Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular. Welcome to your mystery reading. I'm going to start off with drawing out one card from the Prisma Visions Tarot and then finishing off with one card from this box of cards that I made myself, if you didn't already know. If you'd like to be a part of the community that I'm trying to create, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And before I get your first card, remember that this is a general reading that could be meant for more than one person, so if you're struggling to find meaning in a message, that's okay. Just let it go, because it might just be meant for someone else. And if it truly was meant for you, the universe and your spirit guides will make that obvious to you, either sometime during this reading or sometime during your journey. Alright, so, okay, that's interesting. It kind of just flipped on its own. But for the tarot card, I have Temperance in reverse. I believe the planet on this card is either Saturn or Jupiter. I know that the zodiac sign is Sagittarius, and I just heard Taurus could be significant as well. There's also the chakra of the solar plexus. One second. Very, very interesting to be seeing a major arcana, because with the way that I've been doing readings lately, wow, and you know, with just the one tarot card and the one channeled card or whatever, every single card that I have pulled out thus far have been major arcana cards. So for somebody, there's definitely something very powerful that you're going through, and you may be feeling called to watch the readings before this that have been, you know, done like this with the one card and then the one channel card or whatever. I saw 222 as well. So it's very clear here that there is a huge imbalance that you are dealing with here, especially because I got a little peek of the bottom of the deck, and it's the Devil in reverse, which is very much a liberated, free, not bound by anything, whether it's negativity or something physical. Also, the Devil does have the Capricorn zodiac sign, which is another earth sign other than Taurus. So earth signs in general could be significant for you. The other one is Virgo. Your root chakra could be significant, along with the solar plexus chakra. Temperance here in reverse. For some reason I'm hearing tangerine. Not sure what that means, but I just saw 333. I definitely feel it's really time to express yourself, to make sure that your thoughts, your feelings, your passions align with your actions. This is about making sure your inner world is aligned with your outer world. Maybe you're not being as authentic as the universe and your spirit guides want you to be. You're definitely feeling attached to something, someone, a way of thinking, money, something physical, like a person. Could be anything, depending on who's watching this. You're definitely being encouraged to let go of an attachment that is causing more destruction in your life than construction or collaboration. Maybe there's a specific person here, or many specific people, where communication is just not great. And it could go both ways. It could just be going one way. But regardless, for the relationship to be healthy, both people or everyone involved needs to be communicating honestly. I saw 4, 5, 6. I think the universe and your spirit guides want you to trust that everything happens for a reason, which I know is a cliche and it gets really annoying to hear, but it's honestly one of the biggest beliefs that have kept me going, because like for now the universe will tell you trust that everything happens for a reason, but if you keep moving forward you will eventually find out what that reason is, especially if you go on like a deep spiritual journey alongside everything that you're going through. The numbers in general could be significant for anyone who reads the Bible. Numbers in Genesis feels significant, and I just saw 555. That's for someone specific though. If you don't resonate with Christianity or whatever, don't worry about it. 555 is a sign of change, transformation. Remember that change is the only constant. That's the thing. Humans are very adaptable if we allow ourselves to be, through acceptance. And I think one of the most grounding, healing things you can do for yourself is accept and expect change. Because it's the only constant in life. Nothing stays the same, except for the fact that change happens all the time. So maybe there's a need here to rearrange, like the way that you look at things, the way you look at yourself, the world, other people, life itself, existence. You may be having some existential questions. I saw 654. Another sign to trust that everything happens for a reason. You have these questions about the universe for a reason. I believe that we're definitely we're supposed to be asking why me? Why is this happening? Why hasn't, God or spirit or source or whatever you believe in, why do they let bad things happen? I think there's also a real big message here about free will. You have to understand that just as much as the universe can't stop bad things from happening, it can't force good things to happen. That's why it's very important that people understand their power and the will that they actually do have. So at some point in our lives, sometimes, for some people, I want to say most people, but maybe not, I don't know. What I'm trying to say is, sometimes we get to a point where we do something. I don't know, I forgot. So I'm just going to trust that I forgot whatever that was for a reason. Maybe whatever I was supposed to say, that's something you're supposed to discover on your own. Getting back to, we're meant to ask why me? Why is this happening? Why did this happen? I believe that the challenges, the darkness that we face in life is the doorway to faith. Just know and trust that you are meant to be asking why. The universe especially really, really wants you to know. By being curious about things beyond this reality, it's definitely something that the universe supports. So don't be afraid to go outside of your comfort zone. And hey, if you are afraid to go outside of your comfort zone, that's okay. Just don't let that fear hold you back. And of course, make sure you're going outside of your comfort zone wisely. Don't make any rash or super duper risky decisions or anything. But yeah, it's really time to remove the extremes from your life and create more balance, more harmony, more flow. I want to say less tension, less resistance. There's one thing or many things that you are attached to that if you want to reach like a serene sense of balance, and I want to say unity, you're going to have to let someone's, you're going to have to let it go. And I'm going to wrap up your reading with that last card. Wow. Wow, this is a very interesting card to come out. It says, fear steals joy. And I'm being reminded of this reading that I watched from a tarot reader called 13 Moon Tarot. She said, and like the reason why I'm thinking about that reading is because she said something about something being underlined twice. Something is set in stone. That's all I feel like I can get with being reminded of that reading. I mean, because that's what she said. Fear steals joy. I think it's fear here that is making you feel stuck or unable to let go or release someone or something that is just not healthy for you. So I think it's really important to ask yourself, what am I afraid of? And can it really hurt me? And if it really truly can hurt me, how can I protect myself? I feel like I was going to say more about that, how to protect yourself, but I feel like that's a pretty good way to say it vaguely. Maybe there's something here where you need to think forward, like steps ahead. Straightforward, forward thinking. The universe is encouraging you to be more far-sighted rather than short-sighted. I feel like there's a genuine need here to consider the consequences of your actions. Like before you make that self-destructive decision, really sit there and think about where that decision will ultimately lead you, like 5 or 10 steps into the future, if you stay on that path. And ask yourself, is that what I really want? Is that what I really want for myself? Is that what I deserve? Is that what I'm worth? I saw 122. Remember that change starts with you. I got fixated on this box that I have these cards in because it says, the unknown is beautiful, change is beautiful. I want to say there's beauty in everything. It's just about perspective. So what beauty could you be focusing on right now to help you move forward in a way that gets you closer to freedom or keeps you caged or locked up? You probably noticed, throughout this whole reading that I've been clearing my throat a lot. And I saw 321, which is that sign to trust that everything happens for a reason. And the reason why I wanted to mention clearing my throat is because usually whenever my throat is irritated or something like that, or I cough, that's a sign about your throat chakra. Communication is coming through again. It's time to be honest about what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and what you're passionate about. It's time to bring your inner world out. And you don't have to do it overnight, because I know that can be terrifying. The universe is just saying, work on it and don't give up on yourself. Just saw 1414. That comes down to master number 55. 55 comes down to 10 or 1. So there's a lot of messages with those numbers. 55 is confirmation of the change and the transformation. 10 is a subtle sign that, the universe and your spirit guides are reminding you that they're there, they want to communicate, so pay attention. And that felt more assertive. So it feels like there's a spirit guide or many spirit guides who are demanding your attention, but not in an authoritarian type of way. Like, listen to me because we care about you. You know, like it's almost frustrating to them how stubborn you can be at times. I saw 4, 5, 6. It's frustrating for them for a reason. They care about you and they want to help you. And then with 10 coming down to 1, number 1. I just heard number 1 in the field and number 1 in your heart. That's from that Disney movie game plan. So maybe there's a game plan here, or there's something you need to prepare for, or a blueprint that the universe wants you to create for moving forward. Your spirit guides, your ancestors. There's a whole spiritual team there wanting to support you. But the number 1, I can't believe that came through. Number 1 in the field, number 1 in your heart. Anyways, maybe you could be into sports. You could, play on a field. But you're also someone who's very compassionate and warm. Like, you're not, I don't know sports well, but I imagine some people in sports, they tend to be more on the colder side. So maybe there's something different about you on a sports team. But number 1 is about trusting yourself. And I just saw 1616, that comes down to 77. I saw 777 like 3 or 4 times today. So that's definitely a significant number for someone. And whenever you see that number, it's about wisdom. The universe and your spirit guides are reminding you to look deeper, think deeper, feel deeper than the surface, or deeper than you have already gone. I think that will be all that I can get from this. So that will be the end of your reading. I really hope that it was helpful or relevant in some way. If you liked it, hit the like button to show me that. That is the best way to support me. And if you'd like to offer even more support, you can do so by donating through the thanks button directly below the video. Absolutely not obligated, but always very much appreciated. Feel free to leave a comment down below if you have any. I'd really love to connect with you more. And thank you so much to those of you who have shown your support thus far. It really means a lot to me, and it always makes a difference one way or another. And the last thing that I want to say is thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you around.